next match. Introducing in the corner to my left from Kiev, Russia, weighing in at 272 pounds, Nikita Kallmikoff. His opponent from Toronto, weighing in at 222 pounds, please welcome Ron Hutchinson.
Oh, young man here, Ron Hutchinson, against the other half of the tag team champions, Nikita Kallmikoff, and the man who has the responsibility of trying to keep some law and order in the square circle. Of course, anybody that would match your disposition and otherwise talents and so on, I'm sure you'd like to go after that tag team championship.
There's only one thing that I disliked when I came back here, and I saw it last week in the Maritimes, when I look at that scapegoat and that turncoat, the Cuban assassin. Of course, you know, once you're a turncoat, you're a turncoat. And once you're a traitor, you're a traitor. And that's what I classify the Cuban assassin as nothing but a traitor. And a few weeks from now, you'll find out what I'm talking about. That we're much superior than Cuba. And I'm going to tell you, I don't think he's going to last the season, especially with the likes of Bulldog Bob Brown around. And the only reason that he's been riding high and high and high is because he hasn't had the competition. Well, he's going to get the competition. And before leaving, my time is very precious. I'd like to thank you for taking the opportunity of listening to me, talking to me, and of course, I do such a tremendous job of doing it.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Brown. You have exceeded all expectations and are exactly as we would have anticipated. Gary Maxwell joining us back at the table, and we've got one half of the tag team champions, Nikita Kallmikoff, in against Ron Hutchinson, Ronnie Hutchinson, out of Toronto. And this young man is making quite a mark in professional wrestling. He's had a great exposure, been out west. He's been to the United States, overseas, and I tell you, I've seen him a few years ago, and he was good then, and he looks like he's even better right now. But, of course, he's not having much of an opportunity against this man they call Nikita Kallmikoff. One half the tag team champions here in Atlantic Grand Prix Wrestling, an uppercut, and that'll straighten up your breakfast or dinner or supper or whatever else you might have had today.
Bill Kallmikoff enjoys quite a sizable advantage as far as weight is concerned. He's 50 pounds heavier than Ron Hutchinson, so one would have to think Hutchinson will have to use the utmost of whatever speed and dexterity at his disposal in order to gain an advantage over this heavy-set Russian who, besides being...
Vladimer, 1-2, that's all. Sorry, Ross.
I was going to say, Bill, besides enjoying, like as I mentioned, that tremendous weight advantage, Kallmikoff is also a very aggressive wrestler.
Well, you don't get to be the tag team champions unless you are, and look at this. As you were saying, noticing that weight advantage of 50 pounds, and while it made some difference to Ron Hutchinson, certainly he was able to gain the leverage, but you can see the difference in weight there. Of course, one thing that professional wrestling is all about, even amateur wrestling, you've got weight differentials, but when it comes right down to it, you administer the holds, and you take a man down to size pretty quick. But Ron Hutchinson having his problems now against one half the tag team champions, Nikita Kallmikoff, and whip toss into the rope, up and down for the body slam, and he went down with him, 1-2, and no sir. No sir. Well, we've got the spoiler over there claiming the referee doesn't know how to count, but I think Ron Gauguin has been able to count 1, 2, 3 long time ago, and we've got Ron Hutchinson and Nikita Kallmikoff in this match on Atlantic Grand Prix Wrestling today. Ronnie Hutchinson coming out of Toronto, a hip toss and leg takedown by Kallmikoff, and showing you some dexterity and speed there in that maneuver.
Bill Kallmikoff hails from the Kiev area of the Soviet Union, and of course that part of the country has been in the news lately. Kiev not too far from the site of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, and I know Kallmikoff is somewhat concerned over the fate of some of his relatives back in the Soviet Union. could possibly inspire him to even greater feats here in Atlantic, Canada.
Armbar takedown. Oh, some nice leverage maneuvers there by Ron Hutchinson. Well, concur with your comments completely, Gare, and of course, Nikita Kallmikoff, you have to discern what is diplomacy and what is secrecy, and you have to try to weigh every word that comes out. But, I guess when you learn the individual, you can judge for yourselves what you think of this man called Nikita Kallmikoff. Head scissors on Ronnie Hutchinson out of Toronto. This match on today's card of Atlantic Grand Prix Wrestling. Standing off to the side in the wings and watching what's happening here in our studio is the other half of the tag team champions, the Spoiler. Spoiler and Nikita Kallmikoff. Now, there's an unlikely combination if you ever saw one, but there it is. They are the tag team champions, and Ronnie Hutchinson's out, and he's got a headlock. Besides giving away weight, Gary's also giving away some height advantage, too, and that, of course, makes a problem. 1, 2, 3, that's it. That's all she wrote. Nikita Kallmikoff was going to try to inflict more punishment on his opponent, Ronnie Hutchinson, but now the Spoiler's in to do that. And there they're teaming up to show you exactly how they became the tag team champions. Well, the victor in this match at 4 minutes, 55 seconds, Nikita Kallmikoff, one half the tag team champions. We're back with more Atlantic Grand Prix Wrestling in just a moment.